Hi, my name is Corey Alexander, and I'm the digital content designer for the English composition team at Cengage Learning. Today I'm going to be showing you MindTap for portable literature, and we'll specifically be looking at the e-reader functionality, as well as a few Questia resources that can help your students to conduct research, organize that research, and write papers. So we'll begin by taking a look at the top level learning path within MindTap. And that's what you see here on the left-hand side of the screen. This is the learning path. You can see that it's broken up into 4 sections, just like the print text. We've got a guide to writing about literature, and then we've got sections devoted to 3 genres, fiction, poetry, and drama. If I click into any one of those parts, I'll find unit containers for each chapter. And if I click into any one of those chapters, the learning path will actually start with the ebook content, and I can tell that from this book icon. So if I click into that book icon, it's going to take me directly into the ebook for the course and for that chapter. Navigating within the chapter is as easy as simply using these arrows on either side of the page. As you can see, I can navigate back and forth. But I also have the option to do a few other things in terms of navigation. And perhaps the most important is that I can go up here to this icon for the table of contents, click into it, and as you can see, I get a hyperlinked table of contents. So right now I'm in chapter 8, but if I want to skip ahead to chapter 10, it's as easy as clicking on that icon, and it will take me directly to chapter 10. Now, if I'm looking for a particular literary work within one of the chapters, I would need to go to the contents page, and the contents page will actually list out, the chapters and all of the works contained within them. So I'd find my work, find my chapter, and then use the table of contents menu in order to navigate directly to that chapter. Within the e-reader, there are a few tools that are available to students in order to help them highlight, annotate, take notes. And you can see that I've already got a highlight in here now. I'll just remove that and show you how to add one. So if I wanted to highlight this, I would simply start by clicking on the first letter of the text that I wanted to highlight, and then click on the last. And as you can see, it actually appears highlighted. I can choose which highlight color I would like, and I can elect to add a highlight with a note. So it's going to highlight in purple, and I can add a note that says, and as you can see, I get a little indicator there. The red mark will tell me that the note has been kept for this page, or for this selection of text. Now, it is possible to create a note for the entire page, and to do so I would simply go up here and add a note for the whole page, which will appear in gray. A couple of other things that are possible within the ebook itself. Students do have the option to bookmark a page, and they have the option to cite a page. So they can choose their style from the drop-down menu, click Save. You can see when I save, I get this little green pop-up that says +1 above the folder, and we'll take a look at that folder in just a minute. So now that you get a sense of some of the things that you can do within the e-reader, we'll take a look at a few Questia tools that could be very helpful to your students. First off, if I navigate back to the top level learning path, if students are looking for research or looking to conduct research, maybe they're looking for primary or secondary sources, they have the option of using the Questia database. And the Questia database contains over 83,000 books and over 100 million articles. If I click this little red eye in the app dock, it will take me directly into the Questia database. So you can see we're now on that library homepage for Questia. And it is possible within Questia to look for both primary and secondary sources. If I want to only search amongst primary sources or peer-reviewed, both are possible, I can come in to the show box here and just click primary sources and say I'm looking for a particular text. I can search for that and it'll appear here. Now you'll note once this loads that I have all of the same functionality I had when we were looking at the ebook for the course. So it is possible again in here to highlight and add notes. It's possible to bookmark. I can cite the page if I want to. And all of that information is being saved for me. Now that we've taken all of these notes and made highlights and annotations, you're probably wondering, where is all of this information going? We'll take a quick look at the space where all of these student annotations are actually being saved. So if you go up to Menu and open the menu, the fifth item down is Projects. And if we open that project space, I have the option here to create a new project. And I think of a project within Questia as it's kind of like a notebook. It's a space where students can organize all of the information they have about a particular topic or a particular thing that they're working on. So it might be taking notes on a particular chapter. It could be a particular project that they've been working on. Maybe there's a literary analysis project that they're working on. And the idea is they can easily switch back and forth using this activate button between which project they're working on, and then they can save their sources, their notes, their citations to the appropriate project. So far, all of the notes and citations, bookmarks, highlights, everything that we've done within the e-reader so far has been saved into this My Project space, and you can see it here. It shows you what type of what type of resources here. Was it a highlight that you made? Was it a citation? Was it a bookmark? And it just helps students to stay organized. If they click directly on the title, they can go directly back to that resource without having to search for it again within the library. They also have the option to, from this page, select the citations that they've used and create a bibliography. So you can see they can select the style that they want, hit create, and their bibliography will generate for them, and they can, cut, copy, paste it if they want to. They could save it under their project in case they need to update it at a later point. They can also export it directly into Microsoft Word. And you can see they'll get a works cited page there. So the last thing we'll take a quick look at is the My Papers space. So My Papers is similar to My Projects. And if you just scroll down beneath the My Projects section, the Writing Center papers are actually collected here. So the students have an option to, start a new paper. So we'll just say this is a sample paper. Give it a due date. And we'll actually start at the beginning. And basically the way that this tool is set up is that students have support through each stage of the writing process. As you can see, there's a topic finder where they can start with a topic that they already have and search for sources, or they could use the topic generator if they have no idea what they're writing about. They can choose a discipline, maybe it's controversial topics, spin and get some options for for things that they could potentially write about, and then each one of those will be linked directly to some quality resources within the Questia database that will allow them to get started. So once they have their topic, they can actually go and start doing research. And this just links them directly back into that Questia database that we looked at earlier. There are also additional sources of help and information over here. We've got some quick tips. There are video resources and tutorials on each stage of that research process, evaluating your sources, how to integrate them, how to take notes appropriately, just to help students through that process. There's also a tool for creating a thesis statement, which will provide students with preloaded templates should they desire them. The same is available for the outlining section, where they can load a template, or they could do an outline starter, which will actually guide them through a more personalized process. And then finally, they can create a bibliography for their paper, and they do this by linking back to one of those My Projects that they created earlier. So either the Chapter 8 notes of the literary analysis, and this just allows them to link back into that information, pull the sources that they need, and create that bibliography. So this gives you an overview of some of the Questia resources that may be especially helpful to your students as they research and compose for your classes, as well as just some general information on how to navigate within the e-reader. I hope this walkthrough has been helpful to you. Thanks.